Could I start with you, Eddie, and ask you this? 2020, when you promoted his fight, if I would have told you back then, 2.5 or so years later, you'd actually be co-promoting an event of this nature, of this magnitude, alongside the problem child, honestly, what would you have said?
I mean, one, I would have said no chance, and two, I would have said no chance that he would be where he's at in his boxing career, quite honestly. I mean, he came in, I didn't know if he had any ability. He fought Anderson Gibb, who was terrible on the night, and Jake looked pretty average because Gibb was terrible as well, and it was like 2 YouTubers.
Eddie,
what?
Don't start this off like that.
What?
You can't. I beat him in 1 minute. How do you even assess how good I was?
Well, because I said I didn't know, and actually.
But you called me average after 1 minute.
Where's the question?
Do you suffer from imposter syndrome?
The answer is negative, sir.
You don't understand the question.
That's a great question. That's a pretty question. That's it.
I don't know what's going on.
Could be your next opponent, to be fair.
I was gonna say, yeah, like we run it up.
I don't know where you might go. I just give you where I think you're at, which I'm entitled to, which is average. Average is very complimentary to you as a boxer. If you're talking about average in terms, what is average? Someone that can go and win an intercontinental title. That's a good achievement for someone that's not had any real boxing background.
But
I actually give you credit.
Did anyone on?
Now, Katie Taylor, a legend of the sport of boxing, and Amanda Serrano, so tough. This was a massive night for the sport of boxing.
Jake, what did you think of Amanda's performance, and how sure were you about the outcome of this fight?
You're fully confident that your charge will be victorious and become undisputed lightweight world champion?
More confident than you are.
Really? I don't think so.
I got a bet for you, Eddie.
I'm not having a tattoo.
I'll bet you all the jewelry that I'm wearing right now that Amanda wins the fight.
I was hoping to bet for a lot more than that.
Well, then let's put it on.
I mean, 10 grand's not a lot.
This is 500K.
We'll talk.
500K.
We can have a bet. Me and you can have a bet.
First time as a promoter, so it's a new experience and it's pretty fun.
Eddie, your reaction to Jake saying he will become a world champion?
Everyone's entitled to have a dream. No, seriously, I'm being serious. I think there's absolutely no way he can beat a world champion and become world champion. But I will say he's improving a lot. He's dedicated to the sport. I don't know how good he is because he hasn't really faced a real fighter yet. It's not his fault. He signed to fight Tommy Fury.
Well, a five-time world champion in Tyron Woodley's a real fighter.
He's not a real boxer. He's not, Jake.
Well, I mean,
Jake,
the
he
first
can't.
skill at MMA is boxing.
He
won the UFC championship with a right hand.
He's a great UFC fighter.
You consider Tommy Fury a real boxer?
Yes, but not in terms of ability. But listen.
So what defines a real boxer?
A real boxer is someone that is his craft.
Like Andy Bishop, who have 10.
Andy Bishop?
Exactly, but he's a real boxer, right?
But
because anyone can go and get a professional.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, Usman does not qualify to give you any right to talk about you fighting for a world title, and nor does Tommy Fury actually.
It goes in 1 ear and out the other.
But boxing's different. It's not primary.
But it's really not.
Of course it is.
How is it different than anything else?
Because sooner or later you're going to fight a real fighter and you're going to get chinned.
It's the same. That's what I was told in Hollywood. That's what I was told in
Hollywood.
YouTube. That's what I was told in all of this stuff.
It's a fight game. When you fight a competent
that's what everyone said, right? And to deny what I could possibly do. He's trying to put a limit on what he thinks is possible because of what is possible in his brain. But see, I'm different. I have accomplished all my dreams and all my goals in my life at 25 years old. He probably didn't do that when he was 25. So he doesn't think that I can accomplish that, but I can. And when I do become a world champion, I'm just going to play the clip over and over, post it on Twitter everywhere and say, laugh in his face. I get the last laugh. So I like what he says.
But you have got to beat a champion, by the way, in this. This isn't even a bet. This is just opinion. You can't just create some belt and then say that you're a world champion. You've got to beat a legitimate world champion.
You're best friends with Canelo, aren't you, Eddie? Right? What does Canelo, when you're kind of away from cameras and you're chilling in his villa in Guadalajara or wherever, what does he say about Jake Paul?
It's not something that we've really discussed, but I've seen his comments on it, and to be fair to him, he doesn't actually. I think he realises that one day it could be a massive fight, massive payday. But I've never heard him go, he's this, he's that.
Canelo, what's up, buddy?